welcome to Papa's Workshop. Well, in this video is going to be an extremely short video, but this is the beginning of the flu and cold season. And I bet you have some thermometers laying around your house and more than one of them that doesn't work. Well, I'm no different. I had 3 or 4 of them and all the batteries were dead. And what did we do? Just run out and buy a new one. Well, today I'm tired of doing that. It was time to be able to replace the batteries. And I want to show you how easy it is. And it's a little battery that's just a little bit difficult to find. So let's get started with this. Here you go. Here are 3 different thermometers, all of them with a dead battery, and all of them have a different type of mechanism to be able to access the battery. And this one, it has a little screw to be able to access it. That one, you need a little coin to do it, and that one will just pop off the ends. But each one of them are different. And when you pop off the end and look inside, you have this little tiny battery. Now, the name of this battery is an LR41. Well, guess what? LR41, it doesn't exist anymore. The number has changed to a 392. So that's what you have to look for. Because I know when I began this journey, I was looking all over the place for an LR41 and couldn't find it. And then I learned that this battery is actually a 392 now. So this is what you need to be looking for, and all 3 of these thermometers take the exact same battery. And of course, when you open up the cover to access the batteries, each one of these thermometers have a different mechanism to be able to hold the battery in place. And it's very important that you put the polarity of the battery correct. So make sure you align it correctly. And this one just slides into the end, and then that cap just pops back on. So that one's pretty easy, and we've got one with life again. So let's move on to the next one. We'll set that battery out of the way so we don't get it mixed up. Now this one, you need a little tiny screwdriver to be able to open up the cover on it. And when you open up this one, quite frankly, was the most challenging to get out. I needed this little pick to be able to get that battery free and be able to pop it out. And needless to say, this was the most challenging one to be able to put back in. Because you've got to be able to drop it right down into that slot, and you still have to have the polarity correct. And that took a couple of tries before I finally got it. And I needed a little bit of help with this pick to be able to do it. And it doesn't help to have big fingers, because that just does not do it. But finally I got it in position, and then when I went to slide it in, there's a little piece of plastic at the bottom that made it where it didn't want to go in either. But finally, I got it back into place and was able to screw this one down. And we've got life in number 2, so it's good. Now we have 2 thermometers that have new life in it, so that's good. Now let's move on to the third one. To get access to this one, you need either a coin or some type of a little key to be able to access it. You also have a little indentation right there that says lock and unlock, and it's got a little arrow on the door itself. Now that's hard to see, and you probably can't see it in the camera, but it's there. And instead of using a coin, I just used a little P38 that I carry on my keychain, and that worked quite well to be able to access this. Now this turned out to be the easiest one to change, because the battery is actually stored right there in the cap. So it was just a matter of just popping that out. And I went ahead and used this little pick again, because that seemed to work real well. And I can put this battery in. The nice thing about it, it's very, very easy. It just snapped right into place. And now with the polarity correct and verified, I can go ahead and just screw this cap back on, align the little arrow that is on the cap itself with the unlock, push it down into place, just like that, and then I'm going to be able to rotate that, and that will lock it back into place. Now I actually think using a coin would work better, but I didn't have a coin in my pocket. But this still worked, and now I have my third thermometer back to life. So this is a real easy process to be able to do, and it's one of those kind of things that you just put off forever and ever until you need one, and then you're scrambling. And that's not good when you have the kids and the grandkids that you need to be able to check their temperature at this time of the year with the beginning of the cold and flu season. So go check out your thermometers now and make sure that you're ready when you need them. Thank you for watching today. And from now on, you're not going to have to throw those dead thermometers away or just dump them into the cabinet or drawer and forget about them. Now you can actually go ahead and get the right battery for it, put it in, and keep going. You don't have to rebuy over and over to get a thermometer that works in your house. And again, I want to thank everybody for watching today. And if you liked the video and like the little tips that I'm giving, please go ahead and hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe right down there and hit the little bell notification. That way you won't miss out on the videos that I'm uploading. So I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in the next video. Bye-bye.